Hello. So on my most recent video, I talked about the importance of reading, but I left out one really important part, which is where do I get reading materials? Well, this presentation, this video is about free online ESL reading materials. Now there's lots and lots, there's hundreds, thousands of sites out there. So this video is about 3 free websites where you will be able to get free online ESL reading material. Let's jump right in. So the first one, and again, I've put the address right at the top there, readingskillsfortoday.com. I'll tell you a little bit about this, and then I'll show you the site itself. First of all, these are adult literacy materials. So these are materials that are designed to help native speakers improve their reading. So for many different reasons, people don't always learn to read when they are young, and this site is to help adults improve their reading skills. So the idea with these materials is that these are short readings, these are timed readings, they're not books. The idea is that you're given a short text and a limited amount of time to read the text. Some of my students, I regularly use this kind of material in my class. Some of my students, I'll be honest, really don't care for this. They don't like the pressure. Others love this, and they're always asking for more. So some of you will probably like this. Some of you may not. That's okay. I just wanted to present it as an option. This is good for regular short reading practice. You can only read these materials online. You can't download them. Searching on the site isn't necessary because each text is so short, and when you're finished one, you just move to the next one. The materials are graded, which means that they are arranged in level of difficulty. So there are 16 different levels, and each level has about 20 texts. So there's lots to read there, although each one is quite short. There's also, and this is one of the reasons I love this site, lots of supporting materials with each text. We'll take a look at those in a minute. These also have accompanying audio files. Okay, so you can listen as well as you are reading, as well as read. This can be helpful because you see a word and you're not sure how it's pronounced, you'll be able to listen to a native speaker say the words. They use North American English, and the recordings are at 3 different speeds. So if you want to, start at one speed and then eventually try to increase it, you have that option. I should mention this site is published by the Southwest Adult Basic Education Organization. This is in Minnesota. There is no membership or sign-in required. You simply go to the website and you can use it. So you go there to this address. This is what you see. Okay, let's take a look at a few parts here. We can see along the top, there are along here, we can see the different levels. So here's 5 and 6. So towards the lower end, I'm going to click on the level 5 here, and this is what I see. So all these level 5 stories, obviously going down like this. As I mentioned, there are several different texts at each level. Okay, so I'm going to click on this one, less screen time, more family time, and here is what comes up. So we have here, and you can see here, it's quite a short text. Okay, but what I want you to take a look at is what's over here. Okay, so we have the pre-questions, we have post-questions, there's a supplemental document as well as a story in PDF, which I guess you could download if you wanted to. Here is also the countdown timer. But wait, what's this purple thing? We'll come back to that. And here are the 3 speeds of reading. Okay, so if you want to listen, you can click on the speed that you want. So let's take a slightly closer look at what's here. Moving down, the last thing on this page is this. So there is a supplement that's been done, that's been added to this. And what this is comprehension questions. Here you have a way to check to see if you really understood or not. Okay? The next site that we're going to look at is englishereader.net. So on this site, there are hundreds of books. There's a copyright info page in the terms and conditions. This doesn't really probably concern us very much, but the reason I mention it is because the people who put this together have taken care to be aware of copyright and to follow rules. And the reason that matters is because this site should stay up for a long time. We all know this, there are thousands and thousands of sites that simply steal materials. This doesn't seem to be one of them, this isn't one of them. They are respecting copyright, which means it should stay up for a long time. There is advertising on this site. Many of the books have accompanying audio files, mostly in British English, not all, but mostly. You can read online or you can download to an e-reader if you have one. Searching is easy and effective. You can search by different levels. You can search by the genre, so the type, if you like adventure books or romance or fiction or historical fiction. You can search by the different genres. You can also search for a particular series or for a tag or, of course, the name if you know specifically what you're looking for, the name of the book. The materials are graded. They use the Common European Framework reference. So if you don't know what that is, that's okay. It doesn't matter. It's just a way of organizing, kind of easier to more challenging. You'll figure it out really quickly. New materials are added regularly. There is a membership here, but it is free. Now, sometimes when people want me to sign up for free, I'm a little bit nervous. I signed up for this site several months ago. I haven't got any spam. One of the nice things, probably the best thing, is that this functionality here is that it can remember books and track your progress. So it'll remember what you've already read, and if you go back, you can pick up exactly where you left. So that doesn't work if you don't have a membership. So when you go to the main page, this is what you see. We're going to start by clicking here, okay, for future energy, and this is what comes up. So let's take a closer look at this. This is going to be British English. This is the level that this book is at. We can also see here that it's nonfiction. So some people prefer stories, other people don't. There's information here about what this book will be about. It's called the blurb, B-L-U-R-B, and it just gives you some idea of what you're going to see. And as I promised you, here is some advertising. Further down the page, here we can read online. You can download. Now, there's several different formats. If you have an e-reader, you can figure that out. If you don't have an e-reader, it doesn't matter. Not all formats are available for all books. MP3, you can download a recording of this as well. Q, which I don't know, I had never heard of, but that is also an audio recording. Okay, so a nice touch here is the text analysis. So here are the hard words. So you can read these words, and if you agree that these are hard words for you, then maybe you should go down a little bit because, again, we want to read easily. On the other hand, if you read the hard words here and you think, I know all of those words, then maybe it's time for you to move up a level. I also really like this part, most similar books, where if you liked this book, here's some other books that you might also enjoy. I think that's a nice feature. So let's click here and see what happens. So here we go. We can see just by looking at this that here's all of chapter 1. So, I mean, it is the level that it is. This is a fairly low level, but this is how it appears. The next site and the last one we're going to look at is eslbits.net. So first of all, there are hundreds of books. Again, in terms of copyright, the owner of this website claims fair use, and I'm going to trust that he has done his research. And again, I'm going to trust that this site will be up for a long time into the future. it's been online quite a while already. There is no advertising on this site. There are also accompanying audio files with professional readers. One of the nice things here is you can change the speed of the reading as well. You can only read online. There's no way to download. Searching is, and I'll explain when we get there, it's both easy and difficult. The materials are not graded. They are organized, kind of, I'll explain, but they're not graded. New materials are added regularly. There is no membership or sign up. It's simply a website where you go to it and then you can read what is there. I've used this site in my class in the past. So this is what the site looks like when you go there. So we're going to take a look. I'm not sure if you can see that red here. It's down there. We're going to click on novellas. Novellas are basically small novels. Maybe they will grow up to be novels one day, but right now they're just, no, I'm sorry. I'm trying to be funny. They're short novels. They're not long enough to be called a novel, so we call them a novella. Okay? But they're too long to be a short story. They're kind of in between. So I'm going to click on that. And here I see the first one here. So that's a picture of what the cover would look like. Here again is the blurb. Whoops. And I counted in this one category, there are 112 other novellas to choose from. Okay, so if you know you want to read a novella, you come here and everything is listed here in alphabetical order. So in that sense, it's very easy to find. So I went down and I clicked on one that I recognized, Charlotte's Web. So now we'll talk about this later, but the first line here is one of America's top 100 most loved stories. That matters. We'll get back to that in a minute. So here again is the blurb about the book. Okay, I click on it. Here are all the chapters. I click on chapter 1. There we go. I can start reading. And up top here, you can see that there is the recording, and I can change the speed of the recording if I want to listen faster or more slowly. So there is this site. Now, the reason I wanted to talk about one of America's top 100 most loved stories is because if I'm looking for it on this site, I might go here to where it says classic novels. In fact, I probably would. Then it has novels, then it has novellas. So what I said, searching is both easy and difficult. If I know what I'm looking for, searching is kind of difficult on this site. On the other hand, if I just want to see a particular length, then it's quite easy. Okay, I'm just looking for something to read. So there's also short stories here. There's also listen and read here. Now again, it's kind of confusing because you can listen and read to just about everything on this site, but these tend to be more like news stories. Okay, so for example, the example I have in my head right now is actually a politician's speech that was made, and the text is here as well as the recording. Okay, so there you go. 3 sites that will let you read for free. There is a very wide range of materials available on these 3 sites. You do not need an e-reader. You do not need a fancy computer. You do not need special software. You will be able to use all of these sites. If you're watching this video, you will be able to use these sites with no problem. And please remember, any reading is better than no reading. So go find something today. All right. Thank you very much. Have a good day.
Like and subscribe and notify.